Good morning, everyone. I am Patricia Juba, the founder of A Life Worth Living Corp. here in Taunton, Massachusetts. And I have another special guest with me on this morning, Nicky Cuesta. She is a powerhouse in every arena she steps in. Let me say it on this way. She is the CEO and owner of Bomb Global, as well as Ladies of Leadership, which I am a part of. So I'm super excited to welcome her to the podcast for a life worth living. Thank you, Nikki, for being here. I am honored and super excited.
Thank you so much, Patricia. I am super happy to just be on here and be able to share what we have done, what I have done, and really give hope to others that are just one step away from making their dreams come true.
All right. All right. So we're going to jump right in. I am going to ask you, when did you start writing or journaling? Was it when you were younger? Was it here in your adulthood or what?
Yes, when I started writing and journaling, obviously in school they had us do it. That was probably my favorite subject was writing, part of English. But my
Mhm.
journaling really started when me and my best friend of 38 years today started back in the day when I used to be at school. She used to write to me, and we used to have journals and notebooks, pages and pages filled of just our everyday, what our life experiences were, what we were thinking about, what we were feeling. And uh, through the moving back and forth from Chicago to Philly, we kind of lost those journals. So I hope that whoever found them and read them had a pleasure, a laugh, a cry.
Yeah.
But that's really when it all started. And I always wanted to write a book by the age of 40. But I never put an action plan in place to actually make that happen. And I'm sure we'll talk about it, but it kind of fell into my lap as a blessing, also ordained by what God had for me. But the journaling really started at that young age of maybe, I would say, 10 to 13 is kind of when we kickstarted that all the way up till today.
That is awesome. That will be an encouragement for everyone who sees this podcast later on our YouTube channel. So I know you've written several books. What inspired you to write your first book? And what's the title of that first book?
Yeah. So again, like I said, as a little girl, I always wanted to write a book by the age of 40. When I actually turned 40, I actually met my publisher, Emilio Roman, and he was the
Yes.
inspiration when I thought I didn't have a story and I shared my story with him. He said, "You have to tell it." So in 2000, I had started a YouTube channel that was titled Building a Leadership Mindset. And it was created to really help people give themselves permission to succeed and know what the difference is between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. And it sat there for 2 years because of perfectionism. If my script wasn't together, if my makeup wasn't right, if my hair wasn't done, nothing was getting recorded. And I was always on the road as a notary at the time after leaving a 14-year career. But
Mhm.
having that conversation with Emilio and him telling me, hey, you need to become the authority in your life. And in
Yes.
authority, the word author is amplified right there at the beginning. So, in order for me to
Right.
tell my story to the world, I needed to put that in a book, and Building a Leadership Mindset was the title that I created. And it's a
Mhm.
13 chapter book, and it actually spells out create success.
All right.
And it's a,
That is awesome.
yeah.
That is very awesome. What other writings have you done?
Oh goodness. So that just
Yes.
led to
Bring
a
it.
whole world of
Yes,
stuff.
exactly. He opened the door. He did it for me. So I
Yeah.
want to hear your journey.
Yes, absolutely. So obviously, when I joined the community and started writing, I was also introduced to other communities like the Connected Leaders Academy,
Mhm,
the by Jose Escobar, the Business Leaders Network, which is also my coach, J.R. Spears, who had a those three men had a huge, crucial part in me blossoming to what
mhm.
I never knew would have existed if I didn't say yes to myself. So when
Yes.
that came in, the opportunity to co-author um, a book with Desiree Cruz, the lead on Warrior Women. So that was a little bit
Mhm,
about just like my take on the only three relationships I had in my lifetime that were serious, that, from, high school sweetheart all the way to a 22-year marriage and
mhm.
counting. So that was that. And then I was also asked to write on leadership with Voices for Leadership with, I believe, Brian Rogan as well. And that was another co authorship, which led to Transforming Pain into Purpose with our beautiful and
Yes.
amazing Dr. Maureen,
Yes.
and going on that journey, being able to share a co authorship with you there. Then it was also Spiritual Fitness Survivor, where I was able to talk about my brother's story and addiction and living life after grief. And so a lot of my stories were able to come out. One of the ones that are truest to my heart is definitely Superheroes on a Spectrum, because it actually shared as a mom a decision I had to make
Mhm,
for my son when he was diagnosed being autistic in the
mhm.
third grade. So I never wanted him to use that as a label, or that label as an excuse or a crutch not to be himself and try
Right.
things out. So that was probably one of the one most dearest to my heart, because I got to share that with him, and the best decision I've ever made, because he actually thanked me for it. He didn't find out until he was 16. We were going to eye
Mhm.
appointments and, having a difficult conversation. But the confirmation that I made the right choice was when he said, "Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to be me." And that's what we need to do with our
Yes.
children. Then we have a couple anthologies coming out. But the newest one is the Nicky versus Nicky, which is an ebook. It's the first time I launched an ebook. And
Mhm.
um, that is the prequel to Me Versus Me, which is going to be an anthology of 13 authors. But another one that I didn't mention, which was another crucial one that we also shared in, what I believe we did, was Born to Risk.
No,
You were
no,
supposed
I
to.
am supposed to be in the second one.
Oh,
Yes,
well, there you go.
because I had Through My Mother's Eyes at the same time, the week after.
Yes,
So,
yes.
yeah.
But yeah, so those are what I have so far, and there's plenty more in the making. And I just love telling my story, and not just telling it, but adding value to it so that I'm impacting in my writing and making
Right.
a change and a difference, because that's what we should be writing for as well.
Exactly. Exactly. To impact others and serve others with our testimony. The power of it is
Yeah.
amazing. So there is, did you mention the anthology that I am in with you?
So yeah, so those are coming up. I didn't mention it, but it's
Oh,
taking
yeah, I
off.
thought you did.
Yes,
Yes, taking off the shades. I
taking off.
love that.
Yeah, so that was actually birth in one of our Monday meetings, where we were just all just having a chat, getting our sisterhood on and really enjoying each
Yeah,
other. And someone just had said, um, why do we always pick the wrong person, right? Why do we always pick the wrong one? Which
yes.
one of our other members just ran, got her shades, and she's like, because we put these on and we don't ask the right questions. We're asking about horoscopes, and we're not asking about, hey, do we have any abandonment issues? How is
Mm-hmm.
your family home life? What's your dynamic with your children? Or
Right.
all those things that actually matter, that's going to be taken into a true, long, authentic, lasting relationship. So, of
Right.
course, our God always downloading stuff to us. At
Yes.
that instant moment, I said we should do a collaborative book with the Ladies of Leadership, as helping women become first-time authors, and
Hmm.
also adding another book to their resume if they're already authors, but doing it in a collaborative form where it's just our members and we are giving this advice. So everyone was on board. It actually sat for a year in our parking lot because we just got so busy with all the other stuff we were doing. But
Hmm.
2023, after launching transforming pain into purpose, I was ready to say, hey, let's jump on this. So we started
Yeah.
that project, and it should have been out, but God tells you when it's the right time.
Exactly.
He
That I
tells you
was
when it's
just
the right
ready
time.
to say that.
It's
Yes, he does.
not when you want it. And I know
Yes.
that it's been a long time coming, but he also downloaded another special part of this book, and that was obtaining a partnership, a collaborative partnership with, again, off the top of my mind, we're sitting down, our team, and we're saying, hey, wouldn't it be great to find a woman owned business that makes glasses for women by women that can sponsor this project? Because this project was at no cost to our members. We made sure
Right.
that we have plenty of publishers. We're using our ecosystem within the community to support each other. We have the resources that way to do it, but it needed to make a bigger impact. Like God said, no, this cannot just happen this way. You need to do whatever you can. And we went on a 4-month journey locking
Hmm.
in Top Fox, which we just did one Google search. They were
Right.
top ones. We went on their website, myself and Sandra, that's our executive manager, who's also the 38-year bestie of mine. And
Right.
we were like, oh my God, this is it. But we sent our emails, we sent testimonies, we sent photos, and our emails actually sat in junk for 3 months until I said, no, my word for this year is persistent. I need a call.
Yes.
I kept calling until I finally got the COO on the phone, who was in love with our mission and our story, and they are on board 100,000%. And our ladies are receiving shades. We have
Yes.
affiliates, opportunities for them. So the
Right.
blessing of this all, if we just launched a book, we would have just launched a book. It's
Right.
great. It's amazing. The stories are powerful. But when we launch a book with a partnership as a business owner and being able to provide another level to our community for their
Right.
respective businesses is the go. It's never just about Bomb Global, Ladies of Leadership.
Right.
It's about A Life Worth Living Corp. It's about Epic Transformation Academy. It's
Yes.
about Izzy's legacy. It's about Siempre Amante. And I could go on and on with all the organizations that we
Mhm.
serve. But to be able to see your smiles and start masterminding on how you can leverage this opportunity is the goal. And it has been
Yeah.
so amazing.
That is awesome. And I am sure that everyone that will watch this podcast can already feel your heartbeat. But I'm going to ask so they can hear it from your voice because they can already see it, how you have engaged and the love that you have in your heart for the woman that you serve. But just tell us so I can ask this question out loud. What is your heartbeat for the community you serve?
Mm, my heartbeat. First, I want to say that I'm in this full time. I
Yes.
literally sleep, dream, and live Bomb Global, Ladies of Leadership, and every member of our organization.
Hmm.
The heartbeat is that they continue to show up and they continue to share the love, share their insights. They're boldly, confidently, unapologetically themselves. The culture that we've been able to build is the heartbeat of Ladies of Leadership. So
Yes.
we just don't let anyone in. When
Hmm.
I first started, I had a link. I really thought we were going to be at 100 plus in this community in like less than 30 days, just because of who I was connected to and who I really felt can leverage it, can
Hmm.
take the opportunities, and that I'm a student first. So
Yes,
I
yes,
built this community not just for me to give insight, but for me to receive insight, because I'm still in my growing process, right? We
yes,
never end. There's
exactly.
always a new path, a new lane. As we hit each go, there's something
Hmm.
else. So the last chapter of building a leadership mindset is um is satisfaction. And it's a one-page chapter, because you don't really need to say anything more than, yes, we can get satisfied with hitting a goal, but we're never going to stay satisfied because there's so much
Right.
more to do. But the
Hmm.
heartbeat and the core of what we do is to see every woman rise and win and demand their presence in every room that they walk into. And they radiate,
Amen.
and people feel it, see it,
Yes.
and want to join that movement.
Amen. Amen. See, I know it. Powerhouse.
Thank you so much.
No,
And
and
yourself?
it's really because I'm part of your organization, and I feel every time am on the platform.
Good.
So that is true. How can the audience get in touch with you?
Yes, I'm real easy to get a hold of. I'm all over social media. Well, on Facebook, preferably. Nicky.Cuesta is my name. You can find me. There's going to be two accounts, right? It's going to have one with me and my son and one with me in a red dress. I say lock into both because I use both, and I'll actually transfer one over. But you can, if you want to know anything that we're doing, you can go to www.buildingaleadershipmindset.com. We are constantly updating, upgrading what we're doing and how we're getting the information out there. But
Mhm.
DM me is the best way. A nice voice note. Love to have a conversation, love to just meet new people and see how we can continue to make limitless opportunities.
Amen. So you heard that, everybody. Thank you so much, Nikki, for being on the platform, for sharing your heart and all that you do. Have
Thank
a wonderful day, everyone. God bless.
you.